This video will look at creating a reference list in Word Online using the Mendeley site plugin. So this is the final video in the library's video series on Mendeley. So if you feel like you've missed any stages leading up to this point, just take a look at some of the previous videos in order to catch up. So for the purposes of this video, I just have a very basic sample essay document, Word Online, and I also have my Mendeley Reference Manager library open here in a separate tab. And just to demonstrate how to create a reference list, I have one in-text citation in my document at the moment. So you can see here, according to Lembrock 2025 in the first line. And I have my Mendeley site already open here on the right-hand side. You can also just always confirm that your citation settings are correct, that you have the APA style 7th edition, which we do. But I'm happy enough now that after having one in-text citation, I can add my reference list. And it is an option to do your in-text citations and then add your reference list at the end, but I find that it can be quite useful to do it as you go along, just so you can spot any errors and fix them as you go along, rather than coming across issues at the last minute when you're trying to submit your assignment. So with one in-text citation added, I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side, and then just to the right of the kind of refresh icon, Sync with Mendeley Library, I'm going to click on the three dots, and I'm going to insert bibliography. And you can see here you'll be prompted that it'll be inserted at wherever your cursor location is. So that's very important. So I'm going to cancel for now, and then I'm going to go down and make sure I'm inserting it where I need to. So you can create a page at the end of your document and set it up using the APA style. So I'm going to just title it References. I'm going to take off the bold. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to my three dots again, insert bibliography, and this time I can continue. Also, you can see here it tells you that manual updates are enabled. So this is part of my settings where I have manual updates enabled. But if you're using Mendeley for the first time, the default is normally that there'll be automatic updates. So we can look at the differences between the two. For now, I'm going to continue with manual updates. And you can see here it is added in my first reference here based on my in-text citation. And you can see it looks good because it has the hanging indent, which is part of the APA style, where the second and subsequent lines are kind of indented. And you can throw your eye over it and make sure you think it looks okay. So just to show you now, I might start with how the automatic updates would look. So I'm going to go back to my three dots. I'm going to go down to more options. You can see currently it's set to manual updates. I'm just going to go to more options and turn this off. So when you turn that off, you're changing it basically to automatic updates. And the reason you may choose one or the other, the primary reason it may prompt you to use manual updates is that it suggests that the automatic updates can sometimes slow down your document. So I don't know, I haven't come across that being much of an issue, but if you find that is an issue, then that's probably a thing you could do, is by switching back to manual updates. But the way the automatic updates will work is I'm going to go to my second line here, and I'm just going to add in another in-text citation. I'm not going to get too worried about the details. It's just for demonstration purposes. So I'm just going to insert this second in-text citation. And now when we scroll down, that should be added to my reference list. You can see it is here. It's added in second place, and it'll do it by alphabetical order, which obviously is the correct way to do it. So that's very useful in terms of the automatic updates. There's just a slight difference then if you use the manual updates. So I'm going to go back to my three dots and my more options just to demonstrate it, and I'm going to change it to manually update bibliography. I'm just going to go back up again, just for the purpose of illustration, I'm just going to put in an in-text citation here on its own. And this is an ebook from Perlego. So this is my third in-text citation. And this time when we scroll back down to our reference list, you'll see it won't have been added in because automatic updates are turned off. So when you want to update your bibliography manually, you just go back to your three dots, and you'll see this time there's a little red dot here to kind of signify that there's something there that warrants your attention. And again, you have a little red dot here beside update bibliography. So that tells you that there's updates waiting to be carried out, I suppose. And all you have to do is just select it. And now if we look at it, you can see Calat has been added in at the top. So it's just a matter of preference really, or if you find that the automatic updates are causing you trouble, you can switch to the manual, and you just have to remember to update it manually through here. Just one other thing to mention then is that if you see any issues with any of the entries in your reference list, so maybe sometimes books of title or titles of books could be in block capitals or things like that. There won't generally be typos, but maybe there could be an extra full stop. There might be an issue with authors' names. You might spot an author not included. So there can be issues with how the information transfers over into Mendeley from wherever you're taking it from. The important thing to remember is that you can't make any changes to the reference list within the Word document. Now you technically can, so let's say we take out Americanization here, just to demonstrate. So I'm just going to take out that word, edit it, and it will stay like that for a certain amount of time. But next time your kind of library updates, you can see there it syncs. If the automatic updates were on, that would have changed back immediately. But because manual are on, it'll be the next time you update your bibliography over here. You can see then it's gone back in, so it's reverted. So the important thing to note is that if you do want to make any changes to any of these entries, you just have to go back to your reference manager, and you just have to do them from here. So whatever the issue is, whatever the entry is you want to change, you just have to click on it, and this is where you edit the information. And that will then reflect back in your Word document whenever you update it again. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you do need any more help with Mendeley, with creating reference lists, or any other issues in Mendeley or referencing in general, please do get in touch with the library or take a look at our other videos. So if you want to get in touch, it's library@icepe.eu. Thank you.